Quarter Life Critics. Woo, woo, woo. Make some noise.
Woo!
Back. Hello, guys. Today is August 28th, 2024, and I'm sitting here today with two of my best friends, Grant
What is up?
and Patrick.
Welcome to the show.
We are Quarter Life Critics, the only show where we review the best TV and film the world has to offer. And it's been a while, guys. Who knows? Fun fact, first quiz of the day, pop quiz. When was our last live show?
July 23rd.
24th.
You're both incorrect. It was July 17th. So even farther than that. So
Whoa,
What have we been doing?
What have
Do
we
we
been
even do
doing?
anything?
I don't think so. I don't think anything really happened, right?
Nothing big. No major life events or anything.
I
Yeah.
mean, speak for yourself. No, people are moving. People are getting married. People are doing other things. But we're back. And we're here with the goods. And any it's been a while. Our sponsors were getting a little upset. Any quick sponsors for today?
Yes, of
My
course.
sponsors left me.
Okay, all right.
They couldn't handle the delay.
That's fine. We'll work them back. You know,
we
got
need some
time.
new ones. I didn't like them either.
Oh, I have one.
Okay, all right. It's the only one we have now. So
It's the only one. Well, it's weird. They use it on
is it a
sponsor.
lamp? What's going on? Oh,
Can you
I
see-
see.
can you-
Yeah, oh, also
What
they
it-
add your sponsor to the. Oh, there it is.
Suze. I should know how to pronounce it, but that didn't come over in the letter. But Suze. There's a French liqueur.
No way, Suze.
No way, Suze. If you guys are fans of cocktails and the Negroni, the Suze is used for white Negroni, which is
Did you
what
say you
I
used
have.
the Suze?
I use the Suze. You can see this nice diluted beverage, but it's kind of a Gatorade lime green color. But they sponsored us because they just really liked what we were doing and how we were different from the rest of the crowd, and they're different. You know, they're bittersweet, and so are we. So with that, thank you, Suze. And this white Negroni is delicious.
I'm having one too.
Slurp.
Thanks, Suze.
We're all on YouTube Live or Twitch, where you can check us out, and you can see that beautiful image that Grant shared with us of.
And you can't actually have
Suze.
alcohol sponsors on either of those platforms.
There is a non-alcoholic
Non-alcoholic
that
beverage.
they are working on.
Mocktails.
It's in the works. They don't have it
So,
yet, but it's gonna be called
It would be called
Snooze, you
Snooze.
lose.
You
Snooze.
snooze, you lose. Wow. All
Because
right.
it makes you sleepy because
It
there's
makes you
alcohol in
sleep.
it.
Yeah, it was chamomile instead of alcohol. So
All right, and as you know, every episode, including this one, we have a very special position, a title. As you can tell, we've adopted some of our own internal titles that we're sharing with you. We have Patrick, who's currently head of R&D. This is all subject to change. Grant, who's the chief human officer.
I am the chief human officer. I'm head of.
I'm the middle manager. So
So I think middle managers deserve to be grilled. Who exactly do you manage here if you've got a head and a chief?
it's tough. You don't really understand the job. You know, I'm like the glue that keeps.
Who are you gluing?
You know, there's different things in life that need to come together. I know you're dealing with a lot of clients, but I'm, in the middle.
The reports just don't look good. I see a lot of down. Is that something that you can fix, Quinn?
Could you get them up?
The charts are.
I
going
don't really
down.
do the
You need them to go up.
reports.
Yeah,
And
but
I don't-
you're the glue for the people who's bringing the reports
Who's
down.
doing
It's
these
you?
reports?
I mean, I don't
Are you bringing the reports?
I don't physically bring them down.
people do that.
My assistant
Mr.
does
Glue,
that,
you're glue.
but I'm
You're the
good.
glue. You
I'm
got
good
bring
with
it up.
people.
You got
I'm-
bring
I
it
have
up.
noticed they're really heavy. There's a lot of glue lately. Like maybe we're using too much glue.
And I'll fix that, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
Right away. Right away.
That's what I like to hear. Thank you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That I meant to just say yes.
You're
Yes.
good. You're
Too
good
much-
people. You're good
Yeah.
people.
Thank you. And in honor of this promotion that you've given me, I'd like to hand the promotion back to this week's director, who's going to guide us on a intellectual, riveting, and somewhat corporate thought journey on this week's piece of media, and that is none other than the head of R&D, Patrick.
So first order of business. I'm the captain of this episode. Let's just get that.
No
off
more
the bat.
directors.
Yeah, just this episode, one time change. Because we're doing summer blockbuster, the summer blockbuster Jaws. Grant, what if the people don't know, what's Jaws about?
Jaws, the 1975 movie. Well, it's about, I'll give you a brief synopsis. When a young woman is killed by a shark while skinny dipping near the New England tourist town of Amity Island, Police Chief Martin Brody wants to close the beaches. But Mayor Larry Vaughn overrules him, fearing that the loss of tourist revenue will cripple the town. Ike theologist Matt Hooper and grizzled ship captain Quint offer to help Brody capture the killer beast, and the trio engage in an epic battle of man versus nature.
Yeah, that is what Jaws is all about.
I will say, we are back, guys. That was the most prepared I've ever seen Grant
Saved.
spit out that synopsis. So, bravo. Grant.
A banger.
Thank you.
So we not only have Grant delivering a great plot, but it's being directed by, an all-timer in Steven Spielberg. It's got some actors who, Roy Scheider, these are just old people, you probably don't know them. Robert Shaw, Richard Dreyfuss.
Are they were they known before this role?
I think Richard Dreyfuss was, but that was about it.
Richard
But Steven
Dreyfuss,
Spielberg wasn't really.
Mm-mm.
And it did win 3 Oscars. 1976 Oscars, sound, editing, music, was nominated for Best Picture, but something else won. Got an 8.1. It's ranked 200 in the top 250. And budget of $9 million. That's like Mark Zuckerberg's 9 to 5. And
With a box office of
475. So, huge. And beyond the box office,
470 million profit.
it's crazy. So, and even more than that with all like the licensing and it, Jaws sparked a summer, nearly 50
Frenzy,
years later. A
you might say.
Yeah, I like it. It kind of captured a generation through a little bit of fear. Let's get some first takes here. What did you guys think of the movie? You guys like it? You seen it before?
I have not seen it. This is the first time I've watched Jaws. I know it's iconic, and I know it's, just looking at the Oscars, it is known for its sound, like the eeriness and cutting the sound and na 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 na.
Oh.
It's pretty iconic in that sense. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a little weirdly paced at times, but overall, I think everyone should see it. It's a little kitschy. I wouldn't call it like a horror. I don't know what genre you guys would consider this. Maybe thriller, action almost.
I'd say thriller.
Thriller. It's a thriller.
It was good. It was good. Solid.
Quinn,
I liked it.
I
What's your first feel?
I think I've seen it before, maybe many moons ago, and like a lot of those movies, I completely forgot what happened and went into it basically fresh. And I think it won me over. I really went into it pretty. I had low expectations. I mean, you think maybe we'll get into this a little bit with some of our more fine-tuned grading systems, but as
Mm-hmm.
far as like the story goes, if you really put this story on a piece of paper, you brought it to a producer, anyone really, your mom, your friend, I think it, I think it would fall pretty flat. Like, oh, here's the story. It's a shark, and then it kills someone, and then oh, they want to close the beaches, but oh no, it's they didn't get the right shark. I didn't think it was that strong of a plot, but what did make it entertaining and fun to watch is the sound, cinematography, the characters, the overall vibe of what's going on. It's just like very well produced, and I enjoyed it for those reasons.
Dang. Okay. Interesting. I feel like the plot's a classic plot. It's like man versus the unknown, but also like man versus, you know, himself. It's got all the, classic tropes, as well as like three very different walks of life people coming together, to save the day. I feel like it's like a very classic story about like defending your land with those who are like part of it, but not so, but like different from you or have different approaches.
I think the depth helps. I mean, when you add like those, three people
Mm-hmm.
and their backstories. Maybe I was just looking at it from a higher level when you just have a the pitch is, oh, a shark kind of kills someone and it's still out there. I Maybe it's just so overplayed now that
That's
it
why,
was
yeah, I feel like
original
maybe it's
before.
suffering from its success. Yeah. Um, I don't, you, are you guys afraid of the ocean at all?
I do not. I'm an okay swimmer. Like I'm decent, but I'm not the best swimmer, and I really dislike not like any sort of murky waters. I don't like. Not being able to see what's underneath you. Not a big fan. So this, I think to your previous point that this film, I think, has such a large cultural impact. It's hard to pinpoint it back to the movie. Like, I think shark attacks and um, just, I mean, it made shark attacks like theatrical, or like
Mm-hmm.
they were so full of drama and emotion, where I don't think they were before. I think they were maybe rare and maybe not seen or blown up to the scale. So uh,
I don't
I
even think
definitely.
someone would even think about like doing it. I mean, it's a cultural phenomenon, but like, is it big enough to turn it into a movie? Like,
I don't even know if it was a cultural phenomenon then, Quinn.
I mean, it's like a thing that happens in life. Like maybe you could get hit by lightning, or maybe there's natural disasters. There's
Mm-hmm.
things that happen in life that are rare, that are kind of scary, but like the next step of turning that into some sort of story doesn't always isn't always obvious.
That's fair. That's fair. But Quinn, I feel like I'm just disagreeing with you because I feel like those are the best things to make movies about, like the rare events that are don't happen to your everyday person. Because then it's the audience, like their imagination can run a little bit more wild because they can't put themselves in that situation. So I just like I don't know. I feel like it is a natural story. But okay, Grant, you were kind of jumping around. You're in clear blue ocean.
In the
Swimming it.
Bahamas.
Bahamas, yeah, Aruba, somewhere. It's nice. Are you back of your head? Are you like, I'm gonna get eaten by a shark?
No, not really. To be
Depends on how many
honest,
drinks I've had.
I don't. I like. I don't swim with the sharks much. I don't see. I guess I'm not in waters where there would be sharks, but the times I have been, I've been with other people, and they're like, "Oh no, those are harmless sharks," or "Oh no, don't worry about them." I think great whites. I think bull sharks are supposed to be even more aggressive, I think, than great whites. But the chances of being killed by a shark are so low. It's like, I think it's just a mechanism I use in other things in life, to try to keep my anxiety down and not worry. It's like you're more likely to get killed driving to the docks than get killed by a shark, right? Like driving is the most dangerous activity we do, and we do it all the time. You're not gonna you're not gonna get killed by a shark, most likely. So I'm not really thinking about it, but also I'm not spending a lot of my days swimming in the blue ocean and enjoying it.
Sadly, neither am I.
This weekend I'm gonna be on a boat. I think we get a swim, but we're going to be in Lake Michigan, and I don't think there's any sharks in Lake Michigan. So
there have been a couple bull sharks in Lake Michigan.
Freshwater bull sharks just hunting around.
Bull sharks go freshwater too. They can go either way. That's why.
Do they actually?
Yeah, and they can't see shit, so that's why they're dangerous, because they just like yeah. They're like, I'm hungry. Something was moving over there. I'm going all out.
You're trying to plant the seed in the back of my head. You're trying to get me scared.
Yeah, I love it. I am like, oh, I'm gonna get attacked by a shark for sure. But I know it's not gonna happen. All right. You guys aren't afraid of sharks. So
Quinn, did you ask Quinn if he's afraid of sharks?
Am I afraid of sharks?
Quinn.
No.
You're in Aruba. Quinn's a good swimmer though, so it's a little tough.
I think I mean, there's nothing you can do. So you're either in it or you're not in it. I mean, we were all at the, location of a, potential attack. I don't think anything was going through our minds at the time. Because you kind of get to see the point of the mirror where you have the ocean's pretty damn big. How are you going to close these beaches? This is Mother Nature. And I think even the real life events of Jaws are a little skeptical. It's just hard to pinpoint. What is it? Basically, the question is it the same shark attacking people or is it multiple? Don't know. But as far as me, I don't think I'd be afraid. I'm not afraid of sharks or anything. It's more like jellyfish and other weird slimy hard rock things. Sharks are, I don't know, they're not in my mind.
All right. So I've asked both of these gentlemen to show me their fear. Their kind of picks for when they were scared in Jaws. Let's see what happens.
Also, an FYI, who knows if this... I hear Jaws is music. It's one of the most, litigious, copyright alarmed things in the world. So we'll see. We're just gonna fucking play these, see where they go, and it'll be a learning experience. So
it's so crazy that it's 50 years later, and there's like my music.
They hear that.
Yeah, they already heard me do it. Mimic
right.
it.
I think you already triggered our.
Yeah,
we already demonetized. I mean, we're one strike away from losing the channel.
This
is Quinn's
screen.
Oh,
this is Quinn's clip. This is his selection for his fear.
Oh, I'm a little scared. I have that same flashlight.
You ever take it to a boat that's been hit by a shark.
No.
It's a big tooth, guys.
Is that a shark tooth?
I didn't know it was a shark tooth at first either. I was like, what is... It's like a paint chip.
What else is in that boat? Oh!
Butterfingers!
It's all the clip didn't even do it justice because it's so slow and like the buildup of like should he go in the water, should he not go in the water?
Yeah, there's a lot of...
Very tense.
At night, they know that the sharks are nocturnal and they feed at night. It's like
That's another... I mean,
probably
have you
not
ever been on the...
it's probably
There's
not
no way
smart
you can
move to
see
go
anything with like at night with even with a little flashlight. Like the visibility is so low
Yep.
on
in
an
the
ocean.
waters. Really?
Yeah, and in the water.
He turned the light on of the boat though, so does that help?
Yeah, it's like a big spotlight, and then you
Maybe
have
a
a
little
light going
bit.
on the surface. I think you would see stuff.
Helps a little bit. It's just so... I mean, that... Talk about being scared. I mean, being in the ocean at night.
And there's a shark behind you, Quinn.
It's scary.
Yeah, well, you have a shark on your mind, and then this happens, and I think this was the most successful jump scare of the movie. If it was probably the only
was the
real
only
jump
one.
scare. Yeah,
Yeah, it was...
very good though, and you're like, oh shit, and that adrenaline kind of continues. You know, it's a good spike of adrenaline for
Doesn't even...
the rest of the movie.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel like they cheated or anything. I don't know. Some jump scares kind of use like camera angles to kind of... You're like, what's next? And they pop out of the corner. But this is just kind of everything's in your view, and it's just something little coming through the hole.
And they're letting you off easy. It could be a shark jump scare.
Oh no,
All right.
what is this?
So, for the record, Quinn's, verbal shark fear lines up with this clip. We watched Jaws, and you put in there, yeah, he wasn't the scariest thing was not a shark. Let's see Grant's.
Good point. Oh yeah. Oh, there's
Kind of murky water.
murky water. Like he was singing the song.
Yeah. Grant's was lighting up too.
Camera angles that'll get you. There's Grant's little feet. Oh!
Did you see that?
It's Grant!
Yeah. So I think Grant signed up too. Wasn't even thinking about it. Everyone told him it was safe. He listened, got it, wasn't thinking about it. Then he just immediately eaten.
Yeah, pretty bad. He was.
The kid was a bad swimmer.
Yeah, I guess he needed his little paddle. Is that why he's a bad swimmer?
I guess so. He had a boat,
A little
a
floaty.
little raft. Maybe he's just
Grant,
having fun.
Why'd you select this clip? What
I think this was the first, the first death was the girl, which was more invisible. You didn't get to really see it. And this, you get to see a lot more of the brutality of the shark. I also think maybe there's the death of the dog that happened before this, potentially, because they were looking for the dog. And so this double death. I mean, no one mourned the dog really, but it was pretty sad. No, I mean this is a kid getting like brutally killed by a shark. So and it's I think it's
like all his peers too.
Yeah, I think this is like the main kill, right? Of the episode or of the movie. So it instills the fear of sharks and what they're up against, and they shut down the beaches after this. And the chief kind of realizes maybe he fucked up and he should have held his ground a little bit better about closing the beaches.
Mm-hmm. His worst fear came to life.
Yeah.
Right in front of his eyes.
Yeah, I think they did a really good job of this scene of showing anxiety I thought it was very good. And they did this throughout the film, but I think this scene in particular where you knew the beaches weren't closed, um, and but there is a shark out there. And so every single thing that could be a shark, they show him like, they flip to the camera. Oh, is that? No, false alarm. Oh, and you could just, I mean, that's what anxiety is, right? It's like you're seeing things that aren't there because you're all amped up. And that kept on happening because he thought there was going to be a shark attack. And then his anxieties came true and there was one. And it kind of was like a panic. I think they did a good job. That last few seconds we saw just like of him realizing that, oh, fuck, there was a shark attack. Another one.
Yeah, my anxiety was, leading me to the correct place. I should be afraid. Not a fun place to be, but our chief found himself there. That's an excellent summary. All right, let's see what I did.
Hey, fellas, all in the sheet, make it fast. Hey, you guys okay over there?
Oh no. Babes at the beach. Expressionistic vibes.
That was a good shot with the leg.
Mm-hmm. And the shark just like slowly coming up. Because even, as the movie goes on and they show the shark bit by bit, but, that kind of that clip, you guys were both pretty accurate with what you said versus what you showed. Mine is not even, that guy was not even close to being aware that there was a shark. He had no idea. It just came up on him. But, yeah, I don't know. Can't really, if the shark's going to get you, Quinn, like you said, can't really do anything about it. He just, not in his element. Dragged down and, bloomed some blood.
They were in the bay for old ladies.
Safe
The
place.
pond. Yeah.
And shark can just go where they wants. Think you're in a safe place? No. So maybe that was right for me. All right, let's
get these tan people out of here.
Yeah, let's go to the report card, guys. Well, is there anything else either of you would want to bring up about Jaws before we rate it? Because we haven't talked about it that much.
I will say there's a few things because they have, I forget what it's called, an ichthyologist. Ichthyologist is a shark expert, marine biologist who studies fish, or a fish scientist. He was, saying facts about sharks, and I didn't know how many were true or not, but I did fact check 2, which was sharks are attracted to splashing and shallow water, and both are true. Sharks can hear the low frequency sounds of splashing and may investigate to see if there's a prey in distress. They're also attracted to erratic movements, and they are drawn to shallow water because it's easier to catch food there.
That is freaky. They can like smell your fear too. So you're supposed to like keep your heart stable.
And you're supposed to punch him in the nose.
Yeah.
I think that's true, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you can try hitting it on the snout, head, or in the eyes.
I mean, who's ever lived to tell that tale, though?
Quite a few people. Most shark attacks, you don't die. Only about 5 people die a year, but 80 get attacked.
Do you just lose your arm or something?
Or you get last like a big bite, or it bites your surfboard.
Your torso.
You lose an arm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't any fact check. Well, I guess it's kind of related to fact checking. Normally, for TV shows and movies, I'm I'm interested in the, you know, the reality of things versus the book versus the movie, but I think in this case I didn't really care that much because the facts really aren't there. You kind of have an idea and a theme of things, and it does seem like the perfect film or idea to take creative liberties and make it into a timeless movie classic instead of like having to change reality a little bit, and then people are like, well, that's not really how it happens. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I feel like it's, classic sailor story. They go out in the ocean, see something crazy, and they can just say whatever they want because no one can tell them wrong. But you got like,
True.
aspects of Moby Dick in this where it's like, especially towards the end, doesn't matter if I live or die, like this thing's going down. Like, I'm pitting myself against it to whatever end. You have, the mayor versus the sheriff. You just have all sorts of like weird competing people. That feels like there's a lot of like foils and like opposites being portrayed throughout the movie. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a nice classic story with super good acting. Thought the acting was so good. All right, let's rate this thing in the report card. So I selected a couple. Grant, do you have something to say?
No, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. Can just go like this. So I chose 4 categories: acting, plot, effects, and music. Some of these were the Oscar wins, but some are not. No actors were kind of picked for that, but for example, music was. Grant, what would you put for acting? What do you think of the acting in Jaws?
I thought it was pretty good. I'd go 3.
We are rating this out of 4 stars because we are very professional.
Demure.
3 is pretty good.
Stop.
Quinn, what do you got for acting?
Acting. There's a lot of good screams, a lot of good dramatic conversations, a lot of guys being drunk. I think
A lot of singing.
a lot of singing. I think 3.5 sounds good to me. Are there any poor performances?
There were a few moments I didn't love.
His wife was okay.
What's the scientist?
Hooper.
Hopper?
Yeah.
Hooper? What's his name? Hopper?
I'm getting confused with Stranger Things, where like the detective's Hopper, and this guy.
It's Hooper.
It's not the
Matt
detective,
Hooper.
but yeah,
Hooper. Yeah.
Hooper. Oh, you didn't like that guy?
No, I didn't dislike him. There was just times. Matt Hooper, who is he? Yeah,
He's
Richard.
being
sort of a nerd.
No, there's.
He
Yeah,
was
maybe
kinda
it's just
nerd.
his line. Dude, he's aged so much. I didn't even recognize him when I looked him up. Richard Dreyfuss. I'll
he
I'll
did
pull
look a
up
little wild.
a photo of him afterwards. He doesn't even look like the same person.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are dead, so
It's 50 years ago. It's a long time.
Yeah.
holy shit.
But yeah, he
Um,
does look a little.
He doesn't look the same at all. Anyways, I maybe it was the lines. I just thought there was a few moments where I felt like he pulled me out of it. That's what I'll say. But that's the only thing I noticed. Besides that, great acting all around.
I feel like he was almost supposed to do that too. Like you weren't really supposed to like. I feel like he was kind of like very punchable.
Yeah, outsider coming in,
Yeah.
rich
I-
boy.
Yeah, exactly. But like, I kind of see what you're going with. Like, if I had to pick one, that'd be him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow Quinn's suit with 3.5 as well. Who's your guys' favorite character?
I like Quint.
Yeah.
He was all right, dude. I couldn't understand half the things he said.
I kind of like that about
I had
it.
to lock in.
You kept the subtitles off though.
I did in this. Yeah, I didn't have subtitles in my totally legal
Setup.
copy.
But you was on Max.
Quinn has on DVD and
I need to
VHS.
update.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put in my cassette player and then I put up the visual accompaniment, and that's
You know,
all.
without getting too off topic, this was, I think, my first movie on the podcast where I watched the film with the sound bar.
Ooh,
It's the
yeah,
first
what a
time I
good-
mini
watched-
review
You got
alert.
spoiled.
What's
No wonder you've been
what's-
doing the music.
Yeah, it's great. You know,
You can
like,
finally hear it.
you don't need subtitles.
And it's just that it's the bass, really. It's
Yeah,
just that subwoofer. It's
It doesn't
not.
need to be that lot much more loud. It's just, yeah, the bass
Clear.
travels. Yeah.
But now you have the. I mean, I don't know if you can probably tell. I don't know if you could do a little test with KD2 where if you turn it off, it's just coming through the TV. Is it noticeable?
Oh yeah, I can.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm
Like,
just
instantly.
Pat's saying you'd be able to. You'd say, hey, there's something up with that. We got to fix that. Or you
Well,
just let it
when I
ride.
turn on my TV, it's like 50-50, whichever one it is playing out of. So I have to.
So you
switch
know there
it.
might be a problem.
And I can just hear it.
Okay.
Like first
Yeah.
thing it plays,
making
I can instantly
strides.
tell.
My significant other, no difference. There's-
Really, I feel like there's
Just-
such a difference. Like my
Yes,
TV
I'm with
speakers
you.
were bad. Yeah,
Yeah, you literally can't hear them. You need the subtitles.
yeah.
All right, let's refocus. But we will continue to stream. Grant, what was the music rating?
Music, I gotta go 4 here. Music, great. Very. I think it's an example of a film that shows you how powerful and important music can be. To drawing your attention, to drawing the plot, to setting the mood. And yet, it was almost like you didn't notice it in a way. Like it never brought too much attention to it, yet it was perfect. It did its job very well with a strong hand, yet it didn't call itself out and draw too much attention to itself. So with a deft hand, I'll give it 4.
I love it. I love it. Quinn, what about you?
Yeah, I'm also gonna give it a 4. It was noticeable in a good way. Was just a cool, great, engaging, dramatic, wide-ranging selection of different pieces for all these different things going on.
Yeah, I totally agree with that as well. I'm gonna give it 4. I didn't even hear it, like what Grant was saying, where you didn't notice it, because it's never like standing out. It's just like collaborating with the scene to intensify like your own feelings. It was so good. I was kind of like Steven Spielberg was like really young when he did this movie. He was 25, but John Williams was like he was already had 7 Oscar nominations before he won this, and he went on to get 52. So he just was like dynamic duo. They just did so well. Let's go to plot then. I'll start with plot. I'm gonna give it a 3. I feel like it was very good with the kind of classic Seaman's tale, larger than life, but some aspects before they cast off, I feel like could have been improved. Grant, what do you think?
I'll go 2.5. I thought it was a little disjointed, to be honest. I think the structure of the film was like an hour kind of intro, and then they kind of changed it to like now hunting the shark, and it just felt like, oh, okay. It kind of felt like a different movie in a sense. It was like all this political stuff and setting up the shark, and then like kind of actiony, hunting for an hour, and then it just ends very abruptly, and they don't resolve or come back to that initial plot of the city, which now that I'm thinking about it is probably intentional. Like you said in this episode, how they'll go down with this, like their only goal is killing the shark, and once the shark was dead, the movie was over. But I thought they set up the film where it wasn't a hunting film, you know what I'm saying? Like I think the intro could have been a lot shorter, and they could have set up that this was going to be a huge just hunt, and then it would have felt a little bit more coherent, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's totally fair. You could also argue like all of that initial like city council, the legal stuff is almost like the permission required for like humans to go so primal, like culturally. I
loved the beginning, and I think that's why I'm actually upset with there was just no resolution of that, It just added to just the beginning, the village doing this, like the cultural impact of a shark, right? Like the fear and how this shark is impacting this whole city economy, people's fear, it's killing off kids, like it's bigger than just the shark. And then it kind of boiled down to actually no, it was just the shark, and ended, and didn't deal with the bigger problems that the shark had surfaced. Even if it was cheesy and they came home as heroes and were applauded, I just it's hard to do endings, but I did not like the ending, to be honest.
Yeah, really, that's fair. Quinn, what do you think?
For plot, I think it's a pretty typical, standard kind of archetype of killing a giant monster. It reminded me of Godzilla -1, which we saw, where there's some political and greater kind of overtones, but then I don't know, the last half is them getting together with the plot to take down the big scary monster. And I think that's fine as a story. I think the excellence doesn't come from that part. It comes from kind of tying it all together and how you transition to each scene, because we've all seen the same kind of story over and over. So as far as the plot goes, I give it a 2.
Yeah, and I would kind of challenge you a little bit on that. I don't know if this was as typical of a 3-act structure as maybe Godzilla was. I didn't think they had like that resolution piece. It felt like it was missing the act 3. Like the peak, it ended at the peak. Yeah, it ended like at the peak, which I think is abnormal and pulled me out of it.
Yeah, it's
really very jarring.
Yeah,
they kicked off to the ocean and ended.
And I'm very much that could be a stylistic thing. Like maybe it's calling to death being so sudden and gone, and and the shark was as gone as quickly as it came, or something like that. But it pulled me out of it. I'm just thinking about Godzilla.
He goes back to the wife in the.
He just runs. He runs into the hospital, which I also thought I was kind of cheated on, because I thought she got blown to smithereens. But I think he just he goes into the hospital, and
she's alive.
There. That was the ending Grant wanted.
But still, that's better. That's better than just Godzilla done and then it ends, right?
I thought
because we know reunion.
No,
Isn't that the bittersweet?
disagree.
Like you lost the love of your life.
No, no,
but,
no,
like,
no.
you
I'm not. No,
saved
no.
everyone
I'm not
else?
arguing that. I'm not arguing. I'm not saying that they should have like brought her back to life, but at least they brought him back to some characters. Like, let's say she is dead. They at least brought him back to the village, like his home, and there was some resolution there. I mean, all of these people have family, and there's so many characters that we were introduced to on land that we just never see again. Like,
I see what you're saying, and I
Yeah.
think that it
They're
can
all
be really
loser
well done,
characters.
but it's all like case
L.
by case. And I really do like how Jaws ended. I thought it was like, I don't know, I thought it was the perfect ending, honestly.
yeah,
So,
that's fair. You know,
but I think in another scenario where maybe it was like, just a different set of things happen away from like the village or the society, like it could feel super rewarding, and that would definitely be the better move.
Who's the next person? I mean, besides you get the three main dudes, who's like next? Is it the mayor? Is it the wife?
The kids.
The kid, kids. One kid just cried the whole time.
My
The
gosh.
kid was useless. Yeah, I'm more with Pat on this one.
But I
So
can't
yeah.
see like in a different. I just think the brutality of a shark attack, dude. Just it's over, boom, just like that. Effects. Quinn, you want to start that off?
Effects. I would say
This is tough. Looking at a
Um,
50-year-old movie.
I'll give it. Actually, I'll give it 3.5 there.
Oh,
I don't
shoot.
think anything was dated. I mean, maybe if you got real up and close to the shark, you'd be like, that's not a real shark. But it seemed good enough for me. And I know they kind of gradually show more and more of it. So you don't really see the whole thing. As far as the blood, the explosions, everything looked pretty good, pretty timeless.
Grant,
Am I,
what do you think?
Am I missing something?
yeah, no, I agree with you 100%. I actually would give it 4 because
Oh, goddamn. They only
they
made
have
9 million.
the budget is so low. I think they probably did the effects as best like they possibly could, because the fact that it still holds up today, very low budget film, a new director. I don't think you could ask anymore. I
No
think
CG,
he
yeah.
nailed. He like that's as best as you can fucking do.
What do you want me to
Yeah.
do? I did my best.
Yeah, so I'm gonna 4.
Dang. Yeah, Grant, you kind of sold me on that. I'll give it 4 as well. I gave it too high of a rating, though. God damn.
Best film
I'm gonna take
Pat's
that away.
ever watched. It took a half
actually-
away.
It shows you like
Wait,
bad
wait,
CGI. Like CGI just dates you so poorly. Oh, what are you
Yes.
doing? What is this?
Hey, you're
Revisionist
getting a
history?
Sorry. Yeah.
He did
I'm
remember.
the captain. Don't talk to me like
Hey,
that.
while we were just talking about the end, the plot, the ending, I do just
Uh-huh.
want to bring up Hooper in the book. I guess there was a novel. He died. Hooper escaped the cage and then got killed, leaving Brody stranded out by himself in the water, which was his biggest fear.
That's
You like that one better, Grant?
Yeah, still, I think this is, when I Google it, like this is like the ending climax and not like the ending, which what we were discussing. But
I'm trying to think if I would. I mean,
I didn't want Brody to die. I'm like, I mean Hooper. I didn't want Hooper to die. I was like, no. And I was happy that he lived, but it might have hit harder if he did die. I think it would have made it a little
I think in
less.
books you can make it pretty. I mean, I feel like in books it's always pretty sad.
Yeah, like,
Movies,
right.
like,
Like,
you want to come out of that theater like, I'll spend some more money.
Yeah, it makes it feel more of a triumph against the shark, I think, if you get one more person living. And Quint kind of like, it felt like he kind of fell into that shark's mouth. Like he could have gotten away from it. Felt like
Yeah, I mean, he was kind of destined to
he was a little had a
die
too many
when-
beers. He was
Yeah.
a little sluggish getting away
pedal
from
to the
the
metal.
shark.
They were all drunk too. I mean, I don't think they really had time to sober up from being all drunk singing to, oh shit, shark's here.
You're not safe.
At least I think the timeline was a little.
No, I think you're right. It was like early morning. Cool. Let's do the patented review or something like what's it called?
What the GPQ patented review, the only review where we decide whether the true rating of Jaws is over or under the IMDb rating. And today we are sitting at an 8.1 with 672,000 votes.
I thought there'd be more, to be honest.
It's an oldie. Maybe
It is.
these youngins, they're not getting on the internet, not getting on their favorite site.
They're not afraid of sharks.
They're all on
can see that on
Rotten
TikTok.
Tomatoes and Google
TikTok,
reviews.
TikTok reviews.
IMDb was the first. I don't know. Was it? Maybe. TikTok.
TikTok DB.
What's it clocking in at?
8.1.
8.1.
I know they always get it right where you want it.
It's pretty high.
That is
It's pretty high, but
pretty high.
I did. If we refer
No,
back to
pretty-
my report card scores,
yeah,
those
I
are
think
pretty
I'll,
high too.
I'll
but
bite the bullet. I'll go over. I'll go over here. I
Good
think
shooting from the hip.
I think a 1975 movie, Spielberg's first, about. I mean, it's. I think it's a test. The fact that we didn't even have to see the movie to get it, like it's such a cultural impact that it almost took away from us watching it. I think if we saw it in films at
For
the time,
sure.
we would have been fucking blown away. But we're like, yeah, Jaws, blah blah blah.
You guys would be so scared
yeah,
of
it's
sharks
like,
with me.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't I'm like, if I see a shark, I'm probably freaking out. But anyways, so I'll go over. I think it's held up the test of time. I think it was really well done. Yeah, I'll go over 8.1.
I think if I'm being intellectually honest with myself, I think I would have to put it over as well. I mean, when I look at it and I
That's
take
so
all the pieces,
surprising.
I go, I like that.
Yeah,
I
I'm
like that.
surprised.
I like that. And you put it together and it's a good film. I still don't, I mean, as far as rewatchability, I'm not like itching, but there were so many times when it was like, damn, that's a great scene. That's great. That's great. Maybe I'm not in love with the whole thing as a whole, but I think it's good. So I'm gonna say over.
Wow. Intellectually honest Quinn.
It's a unique
So refreshing.
film. I know.
Is you?
It's not like the I think the plot of
Mm-hmm.
the monster like I've been talking about is not unique, but
Man versus nature.
they made it into a unique film. Does that make sense?
I think the techniques, like the cinematography, really, I think, in just approaching the topic,
Mm-hmm.
it's like what you
Yes.
said at the beginning, Quinn, is like it's almost a mundane topic. Like it's almost not movie material.
I don't think
And-
yeah.
And Spielberg did such a good job that made it not only movie material and thrilling and enjoying the whole time, but like literally a cultural phenomenon. I think there's a lot to say there. So maybe we're going over, or maybe I'm going over on the director. But I think that's a feat in itself. So it's a good job. It's a good movie. Worth watching no matter how old you are. and if you've seen it or not. But you should watch it with a soundbar.
Mm-hmm. The music deserves a nice,
Rumble.
portrayal as well. I'm also gonna go over. I love sharks, and this is a great story. I don't know what you guys are talking about with like mundane. This is like a story that you would hear people talking about like 500 years ago in like London. They're like, I got a shark. Like,
You gotta
took
put
it
your
out.
triple rec goggles on.
But you know what I mean. There's it's the team. It's like the team that gets together to kill the thing, and they got to come up with the master plan. And
Yeah, that shit's awesome.
it's
to
awesome,
kill
but you've
like a
seen it
beast.
before. You know what happens. There's going to be a setback to the plan, but then some Deus Ex Machina stuff's going to come out, and oh my god,
I will say,
day's been saved.
Katie saw as soon as they mentioned the tanks are explodable. She's
Yeah,
like,
that was very.
he's gonna blow up. He's gonna
That's
blow
very
up.
heavy-handed. It's
Yeah.
like,
And then they
you
showed
better
the
be careful with these
Right.
tanks. Not a red herring
slathered
at
it
all.
on a little bit.
When I hear mundane, I just think of like boring, like in a sense of day to day. So that is what I was associating with. And I'm like, how is hunting a shark mundane? Like, but I see what you're saying with like, it's a lot of stereotypes in telling a story. So I agree with you there. But, I think it's great. Love sharks, triple rec going over. 8.1 is pretty high though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Triple rec. So you have to watch it.
Yes, have to watch it.
I have
Alright.
some miscellaneous of my own. I want to ask you guys a question, a little trivia.
Sure.
Was
You want
there any real footage of a shark in this film?
Yes,
And what was the scene?
the cage.
Oh, you already know this?
Mm-hmm.
That's an
Are you going to share this?
No, but sorry, maybe I shouldn't have answered.
No, this was the only film.
Yes.
This was the only part of the film where they filmed the actual great white, and the cage actually did rupture with the guy not in it, and he definitely would have died if he was in it at the time. The sharks.
Mr. Smarty Pants, you think you're so smart and you know all these things? Do we need to test our wits?
I don't know. Do you? Are you feel intellectually honest? Let's do some things.
I feel like I could wipe the floor with this, Mr.
No, you guys are on a team.
Oh, we're on. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're on a boat. You can't tear
Oh.
each other apart.
All right. Sorry, take it over, Mr. Middle manager won't talk anymore.
Let's see.
Is there a trivia I missed in the script?
Ahoy!
Ahoy there, Grant. We're going to be. I think we're prepping for our next adventure to top off this wonderful stream.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, yourself, Mr.
It was
Funny.
out of order.
So now that we're done with the movie, this is just silly and shark related.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it is out of order. I did a little audible. The captain's orders.
He's the director, or captain.
Yeah. So,
Sorry, I won't talk again.
you guys are crewmates on the quarter-century cruiser, and there's a path to safety. You're in shark-infested waters. Can you get out?
I hope.
First,
Let's
got it.
bury. Let's bury the hatchet, Grant.
who's captain? Who's first mate? In a ship, there has to be a hierarchy, boys.
I'll be the first mate. Grant's
I'll
the
be
shark
the-
expert.
The ethnologist, whatever that was. I'll take that job.
All right.
Okay.
The only way that any of this makes sense guys, if you're
Oh.
watching live, this is a very visual experience. So
Yes. Where are you guys going?
Quinn, we've been there once.
let's go
You're going
back. We're going to Hawaii.
You're going to Hawaii.
Not.
What are you guys doing in Hawaii?
Well, we've already snorkeled, so
what is our goal? Wait, sorry, we're trying to avoid
You're in
the sharks.
shark-infested waters.
Oh, they all have
You want
sharks.
to boat or you want to surf?
So we
Quinn?
can snorkel, surf, or
You pick.
swim.
I'm
Hey, where are you
vetoing.
guys
Well,
going?
We're
It's
going
Hawaii.
to Hawaii.
Oh, good.
Duh.
You guys can navigate. How do we?
All right, so Quinn, I say surf or swim. You pick.
I think we're gonna be swimming.
Okay,
We're gonna be
jumping
having
off.
some
You
brews, and
doing
we
the
jumped
boat?
off the
The
boat.
boat hop?
The
Yeah.
surf we're not ready for.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh,
Oh,
you guys,
we went right.
you guys died.
God.
Where you guys want to try again?
Yeah,
we're going back to Hawaii.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to surf.
We're gonna
You guys
surf.
surf?
Oh, we're dead again.
You guys should be more afraid of sharks. You guys have to be careful.
Australia, mate.
Australia? What are you guys doing?
I think we're gonna
Scuba.
be safe on paddleboarding. No, scuba. That guy looks saying, "Okay, I'm gonna die."
All right, we'll paddleboard.
Paddleboard. Oh no.
Do you guys want to see the
Australia,
options between them?
Aren't we seeing the options?
Oh, like activity wise.
I mean, is South Africa like go on land?
no.
Oh, it's like a tour
Oh.
guide.
Yeah.
Oh, is
These
this
are
like the least dangerous activity?
You have to find which one no one has been killed by a shark.
Oh, definitely
Oh,
windsurfing.
winds.
We're gonna go to South Africa.
Where
and wind
South Africa? We're gonna windsurf. Oh,
Oh,
we died
you pick
again.
the next one, Quinn.
Let's go back to.
I think there's like 4 left.
Let's go back to Hawaii and snorkel.
Oh,
we hit them
is
all?
this,
You
is
did
this
all
just
Hawaii.
the?
All right, we're
this
done
just
with Hawaii.
Patrick's fears slideshow. Is this why you're afraid of
it's real.
sharks?
It's real.
I
It's
know,
like,
I know,
pick
I
which
know,
one is,
but you're instilling your fear into us.
yeah, probably.
No more Hawaii.
Water skiing, dude. Water skiing.
Water skiing.
Oh,
Oh my god.
It's
Um,
for Johns. You gotta
I guess
be
we
one
just-
scary.
I mean, it can't be floating, right? Some
No, you know what it is?
what,
It's cage dive.
Cage dive.
Final answer.
Oh,
Yay!
hey.
Oh, shit's for everyone.
Okay. No.
Oh shit.
Dude, we
We have
died
to-
like 8 times.
Yeah.
yeah,
that
the
was
ocean's scary, Grant. Duh.
not very good.
You gotta pick. What are these fins? You guys are
3.
in. You guys are in your boat, right?
Yeah.
You got
Quinn,
fins
how
on
do
the
you-
north side, east side, south side, west.
Hold up.
Uh,
side.
Yeah.
How do you
We
feel
see
about
which way
3 being
fins.
tiger? 3
Which
being
one
tiger.
we want? So there's 3 bad and 1 good.
Yeah.
What? Oh, so there's great white bull
Find the
and
friendly fin.
wait,
Fine.
there's great white bull. What's the other one?
I don't know. Just which one's friendly.
Okay,
I'm gonna say
I like 3.
3's looking friendly to me. I'm
Or 4?
I'm with you there. Let's try 3.
3
Oh
Oh.
my god.
Can't
the
go
west?
south.
to the west.
1 looks scary. I think 4 looks scary too. 2 might be a dolphin. What do you think?
Oh,
Grant's the captain.
I guess I'm listening to the captain. We'll go number 4.
4.
4. Okay.
Oh,
Just kidding.
Oh, yay.
That's actually the scene. It's the kid from Jaws.
Oh.
The
Oh,
little
it's-
fin.
This fake fin.
Well, what is
yeah,
it? Is
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
This one's great white.
Is it
This
supposed
one's
to be a
bull,
scary shark?
See, I told you. Great white bull and what the other
and
one?
then this is the tiger one.
Tiger. I thought tigers were fine.
Third most. Cool. Well, that
What's
is the
number
little
1?
Game. The great white.
Great white.
That one does
Sure.
look scary. I'd stay away from that one.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, good job. You guys navigated safely to
To shore.
cage diving
Nice.
in Cape Town.
2 does look like it. I'm looking up a dolphin fin.
It kind of does, though. Google definitely could have lied, though, too. Well, thank you guys for joining me with Jaws. Next episode, we've got a very special Chief Human Officer, Grant Farmer. He's taking the floor, taking over. He's got great
I've heard great
farming
things about him.
guidance. Yeah, he's great.
Grant, how about you? How about you share what's going on? If we ever have another stream again, what are we gonna be doing?
Share with us. I want to know.
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna utilize.
Oh,
This is not our prepared farmer from earlier.
It's not.
all right. I mean, if you need a minute,
Yes.
sure. I was looking. Pat informed me a while ago that the first, all the Jaws movie was based on the book, and the book was based off of, the attacks of the Jersey Shore shark attacks of 1916, where 4 people were killed and 1 was critically injured. And I was looking at the map too, and it happened over such a long period or a long stretch of the Jersey shoreline.
Yeah.
Which I didn't realize at first, because we mentioned that the first one was in Beach Haven, Long Beach Island, which
Yeah, you were like, it wasn't where it couldn't, I would have known that.
Yeah.
And turns out it did happen, right?
they don't
in you guys'
advertise
backyard.
that at all.
The mayor's way.
Not the home of the famous
Beaches are
Jersey
open.
Beaches are open, but you'd also see like the beaches we were at are
You don't like
basically
swim in it.
smack dab in the just along the line of where those attacks happened. It's not like, in the movie they make it really, it's like one street of a beach that's like, are we going to open or close that? But really, the Jersey shoreline is pretty long.
It keeps going.
All right, Grant.
All right.
Need some more time?
No,
Okay.
I got 3 adjectives. 2 sets of 3 adjectives for you guys.
Two
To
sets
pick
of
the
four
next film.
adjectives.
Sets of
First
2
set.
adjectives.
This is the first option. Option 1. Mystical, visionary, and thought-provoking. Or can I interest you in option 2? Rebellious, stylish, intense.
I don't know about you, Patrick. I like the word mystical a lot. That kind of sold me.
I was liking stylish.
I guess we're at a standstill.
Yeah. I like mystical. I could be convinced of mystical.
Should we flip a coin?
I could work with mystical.
I mean, it's always the captain's executive. This is the tough job when you're at the top, Grant. Sometimes you gotta make some decisions. Those underlings, they're not gonna be happy.
And the
Yeah, you're not gonna be
have
happy
no
either
idea
way.
what you're
We're going
talking
with.
about.
Speaking rebellious, I'm rebelling from you guys. We're going with
different movie.
rebellious,
Oh,
Stylish.
intense.
Yes.
One
that
of
sounds
my
good to me, middle
favorites.
manager. Yes.
One of my favorite films of all time. If you guys liked L'Argent, you'll love this film.
help.
It's not too late, Matt. You can still go back.
I changed my vote. I want to recount.
No, this film I've seen. It holds up. It's a great film. It's called Abu du Souffle, which actually means breathless. It's a 1960 film. Jean-Luc Godard's Cock of the Walk calling card. I don't know what that means.
Dude,
That's
what
the
did you say?
Are we watching some sort of like?
Why? This is why you can't just read things off of. Oh my god! Let me share my screen so you can see.
I'm not sure I want to see your screen.
Stylish. A but de souffle.
Cock
Or just
of
called
the
breathless.
breathless. That's what I said. Breathless. I don't know what cock of the walk calling card means. Mixing Paul Pastiche, Upstart Rebellion with Jean Paul's. Can I?
Of the walk. The leader in a group.
Here we go. Breathless, 1960 French New Wave crime drama film. The Nouvelle Vague is the film movement that was going on at this time. It was written and directed by Jean-Luc Godard, which is known as one of the best film directors of all time. It's an influential example of the French New Wave. And it's about a dangerous criminal who models himself on the film persona of Humphrey Bogart. And without spoiling any more, it's 90 minutes long, 1960, filmed in France.
Let's do
To
it.
grab my
And-
bottle of Suze and enjoy this film.
It's French. It's sexy. It's
Intense.
It's intense. It's very new age rebellion, kind of the hipsters coming out, kind of pre-hippies, anti-authority. Yeah, anti-authority film. And it's, I'm a big fan, so I'm curious to see what you guys think. And we can watch Mystical, that choice next time.
Please.
George.
Okay. Never mind. Okay.
So thank you all. Is there anything? What do you guys think about the cock of the walk description? Are you guys excited? It seems like
I'm very excited for the cock of the walk.
I'm excited too. I'm ready for the sexy, intense French.
It's gonna be
Sweet.
a hell of a script.
it's gonna be a hell of a script. It's gonna be a good time. All right. Well, with that, thank you everyone for listening. We will see you in 2 weeks' time on 9/11, September 11th.
Yeah, I guess that's when we're doing it.
That's what we're doing.
Get excited, guys.
Mark the
For
date.
September 11th.
Where we're gonna walk our cocks, and we hope
We're gonna watch
you
a French
join
film.
us.
For a video display.
Till next time, find us on Instagram. Quarter Life Critics is our handle. That's our only social media, and you can watch us live on YouTube every other week, unless major life events happen. Then it might be a month, in maybe 6 weeks. Thank you all for listening. We will see you next time with Abu du Souffle. Peace.
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 Peace.